Wait a minute. Something's wrong here. That's better. Someone must have whacked my camera. Alright, what is up everyone? Phil here, and welcome to the Weekend Preview. Today is Sunday, July 10th, 2016, and I'm actually wearing a white t-shirt. I was actually about to film, and I looked at my camera, and I was like, this is the first time in years that I've been on camera and not wearing, like, a dark color or a character t-shirt. I'm actually wearing just, like, a white shirt. I don't know what happened. I guess it was the last one in my drawer or whatever. But, Weekend Preview. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're doing well. It was a crazy, eventful week this past week. It's going to be a fun and interesting week this week coming. I've got a few things to review and a few things to hit upon in the future. We've got lots of news coming, all right? Before I even start, I just want to say something. Because a lot of people who have been watching my stuff for a while, all right, may come to the King of Hate vlogs here every once in a while and check out my videos, and you might not always check them out, all right, but maybe a week when you're interested to see what I'm going to be working on, and you'll watch a video like this one, the Weekend Preview, and you say, oh man, look at this video, you know, the Weekend Preview, Phil used to put this out and get like 10,000 views a week, so there were tons of people who were interested in what he's doing, and now this video only gets 3,000 to 4,000 views. What happened? I mean, there's so few people compared to who used to watch the Weekend Preview. What happened? It's pretty honest, pretty obvious, and the answer is actually this right here. Twitter. Because it was about, I'd say, the first half of last year, first half of 2015, when I started every single night posting up an updated schedule on Twitter. All right, so a lot of people even ask me, why do I even do the Weekend Preview anymore? What's the point? Why does Phil put out this video where he reviews what he's going to do when he puts out a weekly or a nightly schedule anyway to show you what's coming up in the next few days? I still think this video has a place, okay? I still think that this video, because it outlines everything that's going to be happening in this week, at least an estimate of what I assume is going to be happening during the week, that it gives you at least a heads up on what to expect, and you can know if I'm going to be covering a major release or skipping it or whatever. It's a good heads up, especially when my daily schedule doesn't necessarily cover the entirety of a week, alright? Now, admittedly, the Weekend Preview isn't always accurate. A lot of times things will happen and come up in the middle of the week that completely changes my schedule and mixes it up. And on the other side of that, you know, sometimes I'll say, okay, here it is, here's the week or whatever, and then I have to change something, like not a game release or whatever, but maybe something happened, I get sick or whatever, and now everything's up in the air. So if you really want the daily update on what I'm going to be doing every single night, the last thing I do when I finish up with work for the night is over here at They Call Me DSP on Twitter. I post up a schedule and I pin it to the page. So if you just go to twitter.com/They Call Me DSP, you'll see my schedule for that day every single day. All right, I just want to throw that out there for those who maybe don't know that, and you watch the Weekend Preview, but then something changes during the week, and you're like, man, I wish I knew. That's where you can go. Now, I'm not going to do away with the Weekend Preview. It still serves a purpose, all right? This is a cool place where I get to talk to you at length about what's happened the past week and what's coming up in the week, or at least what I'm planning on. In fact, in this Weekend Preview, I'm going to touch upon next week, which is going to be very different, all right? But, that being said, no, this is not exactly that most accurate thing. It's cool and accurate Sunday night, and then after that, you know, during the week, it's going to evolve during the week, and that's when you should follow me over here on Twitter, okay? As you can hear, my freaking post-nasal drip has been pretty nasty this week. I think it was because pollen levels were actually higher in this area, and it sucks because it bothers me. You know, I do a video like this, it's uncut, and you hear it, so I apologize for that. But anyway, so let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about what happened in the past week and what's coming up. First of all, the past week, a very brief summary. All right, because there was a ton of stuff I did this past week, including multiplayer with my patrons in, you know, all kinds of different games. I had finished up the multiplayer event of Overwatch, Doom, and Street Fighter V last week, okay? This week, I focused on Street Fighter V gameplay. So I actually did the story mode of Street Fighter V and actually did a review of it for KO Gaming. So you can check that out over on youtube.com/KO Gaming 1. I also did 2 different run-throughs of the new characters. One day I played with Balrog and one day I played with Ibuki. Alright? Almost all of those videos have been uploaded. Not yet. I'll explain in a moment. Then during the week, I started a new game. I actually started playing Resident Evil 5 Remastered on the PlayStation 4. I've been playing that on and off during the week, and played a lot more of it this weekend, and I'm almost at the end of it. So I'm at the very conclusion where I'm going to start going into the final chapter with the final enemy, Gauntlet and Wesker and all of that, okay? In addition to that, Ask the King returned, which is huge. It's been 2 months since I did an episode of Ask the King, so that's live on the King of Hate vlogs right here. If you haven't seen it yet, a standard 3-parter like usual. Lots of great questions, so I hope that you enjoy that show. And then finally, I actually played more Persona 3. So Persona 3 had about a 2-hour continuation this week. Plus, there was a new DSP tries it, the Mac and Cheetos from Burger King that everyone's been asking me to do for 3 weeks. They finally got it over at my local Burger King, and I tried it out this week. So all that's the new stuff from this past week. Now, I also did some more multiplayer with patrons this past Friday, including Uncharted 4 and Rocket League, but not all of that has been uploaded yet, okay? So, right now, before I head into this new week, FYI, what do I have that I haven't uploaded? Well, I did not upload the rest of my Ibuki gameplay from the day that I played with Ibuki in Street Fighter V. I did not upload any of the patron gameplay that I did with patrons for Street Fighter V. I didn't upload any of the random matches that I did with random players for Street Fighter V that same day that I played with patrons. And I also did not upload any of the Rocket League gameplay from Friday, alright? There's a reason for it. I'll explain it in a couple moments, all right, when we get to this forward schedule. Excuse me. Tickle in my throat now from the nasal drip, of course. So, that was the past week. What a week. Oh, by the way, I also did a mini rant because I did try to continue my LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens playthrough with Leanna. It didn't go so well. It went really badly, and I made a rant video about it over on KO Gaming. It's the very first rant-style video I've done for there, so you might want to check that out as well. Lots of people have and seem to have enjoyed it, okay? So, that was the week, in a nutshell. This week coming up is going to be another very busy week, okay? Tonight, I'm going to be doing stuff for patrons. I actually have a private Q&A video to do and a few other things for patrons. If you did message me on patreon.com over the past week because you were a June pledgee, just so you know, I am going to forward all that information to my webmaster, and if you need your account upgraded or whatever, it should be upgraded within a couple of days. So there were a few people who did that. You'll be upgraded within a few days, all right? That's tonight. Tomorrow, Monday, the first half of the day, my gameplay stream, I'm going to finish up Resident Evil 5. So I'm going to do the final stage with, I know there's more enemies, and then there's 2 forms of Wesker boss and all that. I'm going to finish that off, and then I'm going to try out the Mercenaries mode, because I heard that the Mercenaries mode is basically the original plus this new stuff that was added to the PC version, plus the ones from the DLCs. It's like a super congealed Mercenaries mode of all of them together, so I'm interested in trying that out, alright? FYI, this may not be the final gameplay that I ever do of Resident Evil 5, even though I've enjoyed replaying the campaign and all that. Leanna has it. Leanna loves Resident Evil 5, and she used to play it like crazy. She's platinumed it. Well, didn't platinum. I think she got all the achievements, whatever. I think she did platinum. I think she had it on PlayStation 3 originally. One of the very few games she ever platinumed, and she's loving it. She's playing it right now. She loves the game. I think she replayed it, and she's doing the DLCs and all of that. She wants to play it with me because she wants to do it on like the harder difficulty run. And I told her I would do it, but certainly I don't want to do it now because I just played the original campaign. Maybe at a future date, it could be like an offline co-op that we do. So eventually, if things slow down and there's time when I need to do videos, or maybe I'm going to be busy or whatever, and you want to see some stuff, there may be a co-op playthrough that I do with her of that, and I'll record it offline, and then I'll upload it at a later date, alright? So it's very possible that over the next few weeks to months, when we have some time off at night, we may play that game together and record it, and then I'll upload it at a future day, alright? So just throwing that out there. It's not guaranteed, but it's what we're planning on doing, since things kind of fell through with LEGO. It would be nice to see another co-op. That might be the next one that we do together, alright? So Monday, finishing up Resident Evil 5 on stream. Monday night, I'm probably going to play a couple more hours of Persona 3 to get more gameplay in of that game, alright? Tuesday, this is breaking news. I literally just confirmed it a few minutes before I started filming the weekend preview. Tuesday will be co-op with my friends, the Arid Lord, Nestor, and actually a friend of Nestor who's played with him before. We're going to be doing the brand new Call of Duty Black Ops 3 DLC pack, the new zombie co-op map. Now, I don't even know what the name of the fucking thing is. I haven't even had a chance to look it up yet. But I played the last few with these guys. We had a ton of fun playing them. We absolutely loved doing the co-op maps of the zombie stuff in Call of Duty, and this will be no exception. We're going to be doing it as a live stream on Tuesday for 3.5 hours. We'll be going through, number 1, trying to survive, number 2, trying to figure out the Easter eggs. We did a really awesome job. The last one, if you didn't even check out our playthrough of the last one that came out a few months ago, you might want to, because we did so good. We didn't even really ever, we died once, we kept going, we didn't die, we got almost the entire Easter egg completed. It's very few little pieces, snippets here and there that we didn't complete of the Easter egg, and we probably could have played it for at length for even longer, but I ran out of time. I already played 3.5 hours, and I was like, you know, maybe I'll come back to it, but I just never had a chance with all the new releases and everything that happened in the past few months. So I would hope that we do just as well on this one, and we figure out most of the Easter egg, and we do a lot of fun stuff in this. So that's going to be the stream. On Tuesday will be the premiere of the co-op of the new zombie map in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It's always a fun time doing co-op with those guys. Tuesday night, I'm going to check out the new multiplayer maps that came with that DLC pack in Black Ops 3. I'm not going to be live streaming that, but I will record it and upload some of those videos to YouTube, alright? Wednesday, I'm biting the bullet. I'm actually going to play the new Ghostbusters game this Wednesday. Yes, I know. Now, if you've watched trailers for this game, it is the movie tie-in for the new Ghostbusters movie coming out next weekend. You know, all the controversy surrounding that movie and everything. This game's trailer looks awful. The game looks like shit. Alright? And the game is $50. 50. 50. 50 is the price tag of this game. Not 20, not 30. I played a game a few years ago called Sanctum of Slide. It was like a $30 or $20 downloadable game of Ghostbusters. It was terrible, but it was a digital-only downloadable title. This is a full-fledged release, $50. I don't know how long it could be. It just doesn't look good. But it's the only new release for this week, really. And I'm like, you know what? Being a longtime fan of Ghostbusters, even if the game's terrible, I'll suffer through it so that I can review it, and it is what it is, right? So I'm going to start playing that on Wednesday on my live stream, all right? And then what I'm hoping to do... Again, I apologize. This nasal drip is pissing me off as much as it's pissing you off to hear me keep doing this. Wednesday night, I'm going to start working on the review of the Black Ops 3 DLC pack. So... I'm going to play the Black Ops stuff on Tuesday to get it done, start reviewing it on Wednesday, and then start playing Ghostbusters on Wednesday, and Wednesday into Thursday I'll probably play Ghostbusters, so probably Thursday, Friday night, I'll start working on and reviewing the Ghostbusters game, alright? So the deal this week, Resident Evil and Persona 3 on Monday, Black Ops 3 DLC on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday Ghostbusters, and then expect reviews of all of that by the end of the week. Now, obviously, I just left a few gaping holes in the schedule. What about... you know, Saturday and Sunday? What if you finish it a little early before Friday? You know, what will be on the schedule then? Well, I'm purposely leaving a couple days open, all right? The reason I'm doing this, dual reasons. Number one, because what typically happens when I have a week like this, when I think there's not too much crazy stuff going on, something happens. All of a sudden, a release out of nowhere. All of a sudden, this comes down. All of a sudden, watch Hitman have a new episode out of nowhere. No one expects it, right? Or maybe Minecraft will have their new episode and no one will expect it. Minecraft Story Mode or something. This typically happens to me. I'll think that the week's booked and it's not. And ends up something random happens. So, it's good to have the free time on the weekend open in case something like that happens. If not, let's say nothing happens and there's nothing interesting that I really want to check out by the end of the week. I definitely will do another session of Overwatch. I love the game. I played it 2 weeks ago with patrons. I had a blast, and now here it is over a week later. I'm already craving more. I want to play more Overwatch, all right? So, more than likely, I'll do maybe a session of Overwatch. There's a possibility I'll do another session of Street Fighter V Balrog. And when I say that, I mean only Balrog. Because it seems like it's not viable to play with Ibuki online, being that she's a reactionary character, and if you drop one hit string, she dies almost instantly, having low health. At least Balrog, you can have kind of an online strategy and win. I don't know. I really don't like playing Street Fighter V that much, but I don't feel like I got enough in with Balrog. I'm a little teased to play more of that. But on the flip side, I also need to keep going with Persona 3. So, it might be Persona 3. So, I'm kind of have all these options up in the air. It could be Overwatch. It could be Balrog. It could be Persona 3. The weekend's up in the air, but that's good. Let's leave it like that, purposely, so that when we get there, we can figure it out, rather than me promising you the world, and then something happens during the week, and then it doesn't happen, alright? So that's the deal for this coming week. A lot of variety in the stuff that you can expect coming out of me. 2 reviews for KO Gaming, tons of gameplay streams, tons of, new gameplay and stuff coming out. Now, next week, making this abundantly clear, and now I'm going to explain about all that gameplay that I have saved up that I hadn't uploaded yet, all right? Next week, starting on Monday, July 18th, I am taking time off. I'm actually going on a real break. Like, not a break for my parents to visit and do stuff with them. No, a real break. Where Leanna and I, for the first time since February of 2015, we're going to take time out to do something together, all right? It's been that long. Like, that was the last time we actually went and did something fun together outside of just going somewhere local. We actually are taking time out of each other's work schedules to do, like, a mini vacation, all right? We live in the outskirts of Seattle. We're going to go into actual Seattle. We're going to do tourism in Seattle, including things like the Space Needle, the Chihuly Glass Gardens, the EMP Museum. We may do the Pacific Science Center. We want to go to Pike Place Market. We actually want to go down near the water and check out the aquarium and maybe go on a ferry ride and have all kinds of dining and stuff in that area. We actually want to do the Seattle Zoo. We want to do all this stuff in about a 3 to 4 day kind of block, all right? So that's going to start on Monday, July 18th. Now that means, I'm not here and I'm not going to be live streaming. Probably the return of my live streaming will be that Friday, which is the 22nd. So you're talking from the 18th until the 21st, you're not going to see any live streams of gameplay at all out of me. All right. But I don't want to leave everyone high and dry. I don't want to leave you hanging with nothing going on and no new videos. And, I don't want anything to stagnate that week because I'm on break. So what I'm going to do is take all of the gameplay that I haven't uploaded yet, including the remaining Ibuki online gameplay matches, the matches I did with patrons in Street Fighter V, the matches I did with random viewers in Street Fighter V, the matches of Rocket League that I did with patrons, and this coming weekend, if I do a big session of, say, Overwatch, or if I play more Street Fighter V, whatever it may be, I may have some excess videos of that too. So my plan is to upload a set a day. Okay, right now I have about 3 to 4 various sets of videos, so that's good. It's good to spread out amongst 4 days, okay? So it won't be the most eventful stuff. It certainly won't be a new ongoing playthrough or anything like that, but for those who like watching my stuff daily, you'll have videos every single day during that time off that I'm away. And then, of course, when I return that Friday, I'll hit the ground running again. I'll get right back into, if I missed out on any releases or anything that week, I'll check them out that Friday. If not, then maybe I'll do more Persona 3. We'll figure it out. We'll play it by ear, okay? Now, before we get too far, I will be doing new stuff while we're out. In fact, I'm going to be filming. I'm going to take my camcorder with me, and we'll be vlogging all the stuff. I haven't done vlogs of a trip in a million years. Like, it's been, the last time we did it was like February, I think, of 2015, when I think we went to the Emerald City Comic Con, and I think we did a few of the things that we wanted to do on like a mini trip. So I'm going to be documenting things at the zoo, at the aquarium. They're going to have a lot of this kind of video on the King of 8 vlogs right here next week. This is the kind of video you're going to see here. So I'm forewarning all of you. You may not be used to it, but next week you're probably going to see a lot of videos on this particular channel because I'm going on time off, and I'll be sharing my vlogs of my trip. It's hilarious because typically, as you know, not a lot of videos get uploaded to this channel. And then when I go on a trip, I upload my trip vlogs, and people will always comment, why is he spamming the channel with his videos? I don't understand. Why is it? Because this is my fucking vlogging channel. That's the purpose of the channel, is to share that stuff with you. If you don't want that, why are you subscribed to the live vlogging channel? There's other places to go for stuff that won't have that kind of content. So it always baffles me. There's always people who complain about things they asked for. They signed up for it, and then they complain when it happens. So next week, forewarning everyone, there will be a lot of videos on this channel from Monday to Thursday, all of our vlogs from the trip, including our, we'll probably show off our hotel we're staying at and food we have and all kinds of stuff. I'll be Instagramming. That's another thing. Instagram, they call me DSP on Instagram. I'll be showing pictures during the course of the day and say, here's a preview of what we'll upload later tonight as a video. And we're going to try to get Pokemon Go to actually work, because we have not been able to get it to work for the past couple of days. It doesn't work in our house. It doesn't work in our neighborhood. We went driving yesterday. We did shopping. The servers kept saying they were down. So I don't know what's going on. We've had no luck with Pokemon Go. Next week we're going to try it when we're actually in Seattle. And the cool thing is, how cool would it be if, like, we're at the Space Needle, this monument in Seattle, and there's Pokemon there to catch, and we're catching Pokemon and doing videos of it, right? We're going to do that kind of stuff, so we'll see. Let's play by ear. Let's see how it goes. I'm certainly hoping for the best, and that it goes smoothly, all right? So, that's next week. I'll give you more even specific details about it next week in preview, but I'm just forewarning everyone way early here, a full week. That week, no live streams. There will be videos, but it won't be ongoing gameplay. It'll be the stuff that I haven't uploaded yet, and then I'll come back later that week, continuing on, you know, right from where I left off, and we'll go from there, all right? Okay, one final thing. With Patreon, I want to give everyone an update, because as of last week, I don't think I had the solid update, right? We did hit the goal for the month of June, so we are doing the Sonic the Hedgehog Marathon. Right now, patrons are voting on if they want to see me do a Sonic 1 through 3, Sonic Adventure, or Sonic 2006 Marathon, and right now, 2006 is in the lead. So, if you're a patron, you pledged $5 or more last month, of which there's lots of people who didn't vote yet, please go to the forums, the thread is there in the patrons-only section, and vote on what you want to see me do for this marathon, alright? Right now, in the month of July, I announced this last week, the new goal for the month is the return of the Patron's Choice playthrough, meaning if we hit the funding goal for this month, by the end of the month, which is, 3 weeks from now, we got plenty of time, then patrons will be nominating and then voting on what game they want to see me play. Games in the past that have won this event were Minecraft, Persona 2 and Persona 4 and 3, and there's been other games on and off that I've played as a result of patron funding and hitting a goal, all right? I'm excited to see what patrons will vote for, because whatever game wins, I'll start playing in early September when there's almost nothing new this year. For some reason, September is almost a dead month this year. I don't know why. It's funny, because late August is busy, and October and November, December are super busy, and September's like dead. There's like nothing going on in September. I don't know what happened. Until the very end of the month, there's like nothing new. So this will be the time for me to do this Patron's Choice playthrough, and I'm very excited to see what it's going to turn out as, all right? So, I hope we hit that funding goal. Check it out over here at patreon.com/DarkSidePhil for all the details. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. A very packed, informative week in preview. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy all the new stuff this week, leading up to my time off next week, which I very much am looking forward to and sharing with all of you. So, thanks for that, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Without further ado, thank you to the following June patrons who make all of this possible every single day. Peace out, everyone, and see you for all the new gameplay this week.